Introducing first, from Nottingham, England, weighing in at 190 pounds, Joseph Connors.
The second annual United Kingdom Championship Tournament continues to roll on here from Download Festival. Who's going to advance to the next round at Royal Albert Hall in London? Connors willing to risk it all, and anyone who faces Connors must be willing to risk likewise.
Well, he lost half an ear in a bar fight when he was nearly left for dead, leaving him a very bitter, angry, and vengeful individual.
Oh, wouldn't you be angry too if you lost half an ear, Nigel?
I'd be furious.
And his opponent, from Manchester, England, Ashton Smith.
A personal favorite of 205 Live, General Manager Drake Maverick. And Nigel, it's for good reason.
100% Maverick said Ashton Smith has the most untapped superstar potential of anybody in the tournament. That's high praise.
Certainly is, and Smith recently taken to social media stating he'll do everything to move on, defeat Joseph Connors, and make it to the next round, but that certainly is a tough task when you're talking about Joseph Connors.
Connors, obviously competing in the inaugural United Kingdom Championship Tournament.
So when you take a look at a man's toughness like Connors, how would you combat that toughness if you're Ashton Smith?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, I think Connors has got to consider himself a favorite here. So Smith knows that. He's got to try and catch him off guard.
Smith working his way to a little bit of separation between he and Connors. Connors, of course, a very hard-hitting British competitor. And the question I have about Joseph Connors, Nigel, is will others in this United Kingdom Championship Tournament, will they have the same passion and intensity to match Connors? Because we've heard him on 205 Live. We've seen him before on Tuesday nights. He is a very passionate individual. 100%
passionate about everything, passionate about sports entertainment, passionate about himself as well. He says he doesn't represent the UK, he only represents himself. And that sort of attitude, Vic, puts a target clearly on his back.
Ashton Smith, oh! Taken down by Connors. And Connors going underneath Ashton Smith with a drop kick, showing that athleticism. Into the cover for Smith, and Connors out at one. You take a look at Ashton Smith, you've talked to General Manager Drake Maverick about him. Oh! Already, Smith's wide style has led to tremendous success in the United Kingdom thus far. Will that translate into success here in the United Kingdom Championship Tournament?
Big opportunity for both these competitors.
Whoa!
Oh, beautiful backdrop. Got some height on that as well. You'd have to think that Connors would be a favorite given his experience from the first tournament.
And Smith equally equipped to handle any challenge, but can he take out Connors? And Connors, look at the innovation from Connors, sidestepping Smith, using the ring skirt and, oh, taking advantage. Now the situation, oh.
That's the veteran experience of Connors on the outside.
Just dropping Smith face first, right here in front of the WWE Universe at Download Festival.
Of course, Connors said that he would happily stab anyone in the back or in the front to get what he wants.
Well, he is ready to put the division to the test, is Joseph Connors, and Connors putting Smith to the test here in the early going of this first round matchup.
Connors clearly has the advantage now. He has to keep that advantage. Use his veteran experience against a lesser experienced opponent.
Is this the pace Connors wants in this matchup?
Yeah, I think it's not a bad strategy to keep it slow like this. Once it speeds up, that gives a certain advantage to Smith, who can catch him.
And, oh, Connors measuring. Smith now into the cover, hooks the leg, and Smith out at one.
Connors methodical, calculating, grabbing at the ear there.
Yeah, that's a little symbolism, don't you think, Nigel?
No question about it.
And, oh, what a short arm clothesline. And Connors into the cover again. Is Connors going to the second round and Smith out at two?
Symbolic about that clothesline. Right underneath the jaw. Chin bar applied.
But again, to what you just mentioned, slow, methodical is what Connors is trying to keep the pace at right now. Wear down Smith. And Smith able to break free, but Connors trying to go low. Nice reversal by Smith, shoulders down. And Connors out at two. But Connors followed up with a backbreaker. Into the cover. Connors to round two and no.
Connors using all the experience that he's gained over the years. He had a chance to train with British veterans Robbie Brookside and Dave Taylor early in his career. That will stand him in good stead, certainly.
Oh! When you talk about toughness, you label those two superstars, and the what they can hand down to Joseph Connors. Oh, makes him very dangerous in this tournament. Oh, what about a Joseph Connors Pete Dunne championship match, Nigel?
Oh, that would be incredible. It's a long, long road before we can start talking about that. This is the first step on the road.
Connors floating over into the cover, enough to put Smith away, and Smith out at 2. For Ashton Smith, never gonna question his heart, never gonna question his toughness.
Absolutely, he grew up in a volatile household in a very rough neighborhood. Had to fight for absolutely everything, and he channels that every time he gets in the ring now.
Well, right now, he is in the grasp of Joseph Connors, and it appeared that Connors was able to weather that early storm from Ashton Smith, and Ashton Smith has not been able to get going since.
Connors just talking a little bit of smack there to Smith, trying to get inside his head. Again, veteran experience.
Oh! Smith trying to navigate his way free. For a moment has it. Oh, takedown, unique by Joseph Connors.
Lovely.
And Connors following it up with an elbow drop. Connors into yet another cover. And Smith just getting that right shoulder up, and there wasn't much on that kick out, Nigel, from Ashton Smith.
Energy is starting to be sapped from Smith now. As this match continues and Connors looking ever so dominant. He has used the 1.5 years since the first tournament to his advantage.
Wait, what are they doing? Nigel, what's going on?
Oh.
What is it? Oh.
For the second time using the ring to his advantage.
We're talking about inflicting pain. Joseph Connors just bending Ashton Smith.
Come on, man, inside the ring.
Referee's discretion, and wait a minute, Connors.
We saw about as much of that basement drop kick as Smith did.
And Ashton Smith, that midsection, that back has been a target all match long, and Connors relentless.
In a near perfect strategy.
You ain't taking this tournament from me!
Well, at the start, Nigel, I mentioned Joseph Connors has stated he is willing to risk it all. Into the cover. And Smith out at 2 again. And those that face Connors must be willing to risk likewise. And Connors has found a weak spot. That midsection, those ribs, his shoulders down for a moment.
I mean, everybody in this tournament, Vic, has to risk it all. It's one and done. This is your opportunity. You lose here, you don't go to the Royal Albert Hall. That could be disastrous. Again, ripping away at the ear. This man is sadistic.
Well, that's one word to describe him, as Ashton Smith again trying to use a late flurry here to open things up. And Smith for a moment had Connors up. And a bear hug applied center of the ring, and right back to, to the lower back to the rib area of Ashton Smith and Connors.
It's been an intelligent strategy from Connors, focusing on that midsection, and again, trying here, abdominal stretch, yes.
Center of the ring, and is Ashton Smith gonna give up? You said it was one and done, Nigel. Is Ashton Smith going to quit?
Come on!
Oh, he's belittling Smith.
Give up! The journey stops now!
Well, for Ashton Smith, he doesn't want the journey to stop. Smith trying to dig down deep and rally in this first round matchup.
Connors didn't have that left leg hooked around the inside leg of Smith.
Look at the body shots from Connors.
Well, look at the face of both competitors now. Right hands.
And Smith trying to rally again. And Smith flying in. Ashton Smith picking up some steam, picking up some momentum. Ashton Smith doesn't want the journey to end tonight. He wants to go to Royal Albert Hall. He wants a date with Pete Dunne. He wants an opportunity at the United Kingdom Championship.
That strong knee strike will certainly help him in that endeavor.
Smith setting up Connors.
Leg lariat, lands it.
Is it enough to put Connors away? Connors getting that left shoulder up at 2.
But the momentum in this match has certainly turned 180 degrees.
Joe Connors. Cover. Smith's right shoulder just getting up.
Connors now has the advantage back in his court. Can he follow up? Can he put Smith away in advance?
Almost be going through the mind of Joseph Connors at this point. No doubt who the NXT Universe is rallying behind in this matchup here at Download Festival. Connors looking for one more big move to put Smith away.
More pressure on the midsection and even more 1-4. Looking for the razor's edge, couldn't get it.
Smith, inside cradle, shoulders down, and Smith out at 2. Smith going up and around. Catching Connors.
Got it! Ripcord DDT!
Cover. Smith advances to the second round.
Your winner, advancing to the quarterfinals of the WWE United Kingdom Championship Tournament at London's Royal Albert Hall, Ashton Smith.
Ashton Smith equally equipped to handle any challenge, and he handled the challenge tonight of Joseph Connors to advance to round 2 here in the United Kingdom Championship Tournament.
They certainly did. Some would say perhaps it was somewhat of an upset, but be that as it may, Smith advances. Let's take a look exactly how he did that. Look perhaps for something in the corner, but a beautiful flatliner. Landed it. But look how quick Smith was to follow up all the way round. Hooked him in tight. He calls this the Ash Cloud Ripcord DDT. And if he hits that again, he could advance even further into this tournament. Oh, that's a little disappointing. No handshake, no show of sportsmanship. But nonetheless, Smith advances to the Royal Albert Hall.